London's unique culture provides inspiration to many Chinese designers. In this edition of the London Fashion Week, Chinese designers are working hard to get a foothold in London's fashion industry. Zhang Huishan majored in fashion design at Central St. Martin. After interning for 1 year at Dior, he launched his own brand Huishan Zhang in 2011. London's V&A Museum has put Zhang's designs on display, and Brown's Fashion bought his first clothing line. As the fashion industry market continues to shrink in the West, big brands are increasingly looking to China. Competition is fierce, but in Zhang's mind, his Chinese brand has its own advantages.
I go back to China a lot, go to Beijing and go to Xinhua Shudian to actually, see, all the Chinese penned books, novels, articles, and I come here, I go to museum, I see movies, so it's very mixed. I always like to bring the Chinese story into the West, to mix them into really finding the common theme and the common feeling of each other, and then really smash them together into a new concept. To compare with, much bigger luxury brand, I think that's very valuable to us because, we are less commercialized and we are more really can focus on the product and really developing something our customer really wanted.
It's still rare to see Chinese fashion on the international stage, and Chinese fashion brands receive little recognition overseas. But in Zhang Huishan's mind, this is not as important as the product itself. He says designers will attract attention as long as they are good enough.
From my point of view, I think no matter where the brand comes from, the key point is really develop the product. No matter you're from China, Italy, or France, you have to really deliver a product that's actually gonna work and also get very attached to your customer. I think to me, the Made in China tag is mean a lot to me. It showed the best of craftsmanship from China and the best quality, especially, really trying to change people's perspective of what Made in China stands for.
Beatrice from London has been working with Zhang Huishan for years. She feels excited to watch the young Chinese designers to take the center stage on the fashion platform and re-establish the Made in China brand.
It was really interesting watching how this young luxury brand evolved at such a rapid speed, and predominantly based on not only just talent and using his natural resources, his culture, his traditions, was actually how quickly he developed, as other young designers, a customer. And I think from watching these young designers establish relationships with customers directly through the big stores is something that's really helping all these young designers go from being established, from emerging to established, and developing into huge sort of fashion houses of the future.
In this edition of the London Fashion Week, Huishan Zhang is one of the 4 Chinese brands that fighting its way to the world market. He says that he was no one here in London 10 years ago, but now as one of the most important emerging designers, he says that everything he does is to show the best of China to the world. CGTN, London.